today we have to talk about a project that I haven't talked about in forever, and that is Baby Doge. And that's because you guys watching the videos, y'all have requested this. A bunch of people have been requesting over and over again for over a year now. So I'm definitely gonna cover this for you guys. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. As you guys can see, Baby Doge is down 76% for the last year. For the last 365 days, Baby Doge is down. Now, granted, everything has been down within the last year because of the bear market started in October of 2025. So, everything has been down for almost a year now. But Baby Doge has been down for over a year compared to everything else, right? It's been down for a while as well. So, since December pretty much of 2024, Baby Doge has been dumping. So even before the bear market started, Baby Doge started to dump before the bear market started, right? And that's actually crazy, right? We were dumping during the bull market, and there's reasons why it was dumping during the bull market, and we'll go over that today in this video. But currently the price is it's at 57 million market cap, which is pretty low. Right, it's pretty low. I thought that Baby Doge wouldn't drop below 100 million, but as you can see, everybody was wrong about that. It just kept going down, 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 and down. Right, at the peak, it got up to I think it was like $1 billion in market cap, or almost $1 billion in market cap at least. I know my computer is lagging right now. 930 million in market cap. So yeah, it was up there. It's up there, right? And then the trading volume got to 2.62 billion, right, or 2.62 million right now. That's what the 24-hour trading volume is right now. But a lot of people want to know where the price is going. Honestly, you can't even run a technical analysis on this thing because there's nothing to run a technical analysis on. I mean, it's been down since 2024. It's been dumping since 2024. And if you look at this on the percent R trending exhaustion, it's been stuck in the oversold region since May of 2025. So there's nothing that we can really say there other than when it pumps, it'll pump. When it doesn't, it won't. That's literally all you can say. This is the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. And you can see since it's been dumping inside of December 2024, right here, it's been building bullish divergence, right? But it's been building bullish divergence for the foreseeable future, right? That's where you get lower lows on your charts and higher lows on your MACD. But at what point do the, there's this bearish divergence or bullish divergence stop, right? At what point does the bullish divergence stop and you start to see it breaking out, right? And it's getting to a point where it quite possibly could. And we are nearing the end of the bear market. So I will say that for the bull market for next year, Baby Doge might have a recovery phase. You might see this thing recover, right? We had a chance, an opportunity where it started to do this bear flag. And as it was doing this bear flag, I remember this vividly. I was still in the Philippines while it was doing this bear flag. I left the Philippines in like April, but it was still going through this bear flag here. And I remember while doing the live stream, someone was like, "Hey, do a technical analysis on Baby Doge." I was like, "All right, whatever." So I pulled it up, and then that's what we came up with, the bear flag that was creating here on Baby Doge. So I knew it would dump, and I actually mentioned during the live stream that Baby Doge was going to go down even further. That's exactly what happened, right? It was around this time, and I was like, yeah, it's going to go down even further. And then that's exactly what it did pretty much. So, now we're seeing it 100% less than what it was before, or almost 100% less than what it was before. So, yeah, that's why we seen that dump there. But yeah, other than that, there's really not much that we can talk about Baby Doge technically. Like when it does finally decide to break out, I don't know if it's going to create new lows or not. But when it does finally decide to break out, we have the 200-day moving average to get past, and we have the 50-day moving average to get past on the weekly chart. So that's, it's those levels there. You can use them as resistance. But other than that, there's really nothing technical going on with the chart, right? There's nothing technical, right? It's all fundamental what's happening to this chart and why it's dumping. And I mentioned that we would get to that. So that's what we're going to talk about now. So I'm just going to get straight to it, cut to the chase. The reason why it's dumping is because, as you can see, the developers have been selling Baby Doge every single day. Well, not every single day. Let me stop over exaggerating. Let me not over exaggerate. But they haven't dumped since 40 days ago. And some people are probably like, oh, no, they haven't. Well, actually, I pulled up every single wallet address here that they sent to. So as you can see, this is the Baby Doge wallet right here. And when you click this wallet, the last sell that they did was 185K, and they did this 43 days ago. And then when you click right here on that address is the same place where all of this money went. All this money went to that same address, right? And you can literally break it down and find where they sent all the money. And then from there, I went only to this one. I could have went to all the other ones, but I didn't do it because it'd be a lot of work. But I went to only this one, the one 43 days ago, because they're all selling to the same wallets, right? So 43 days ago, they take $185,000, right? They break that thing down. They break that thing down and they send that 185,000 to this wallet, and then they break it down into even more transactions, right? And then when you click all of these wallets individually, excluding this one because this is a double one where they sent two amounts to, then you come up with this, right? So one of the wallets, they sent the one that they sent the two amounts to that I just mentioned, they sold to KuCoin for $24,000, all right, 40 days ago. And when I mean they sold it for USDT. They probably cashed out, withdrew some money. We'll explain where that money went in a second here. And then they sold to MEXC 40 days ago, 14,000 in, 14,000 out. And then whenever you see it selling to a centralized exchange, that pretty much means they're selling for USDT. They're selling for cash, pretty much. They're not just trading it for BNB. They're selling it for cash, right? And then you can see 40 days ago, 14K, and they finally decided to sell it for cash, 14,000 7 days ago. And then you can see right here, HTX 14K in, 14K out. Bing X 19K in, 19K out. BitGet 48K in, 48K out, all 40 days ago. And then Bybit 48K in, 48K out. So they pretty much systematically do this all the time. And if I pulled up all the other all the other transactions, you're gonna see it all. But I really did not want to go through here and like literally go through everything one by one. Like I can do it, and I can literally do it on the fly right here, like how I'm doing now. We click that one since it's different. We click that one since it's different. The rest are the same. And then when you look at it, Gate.io, long and behold, a bunch of money in, a bunch of money out. $298,000 sold 7 days ago. So I guess I am glad I clicked this. $298,000 sold 7 days ago. And then this one right here, MEXC, they just systematically sell not every single day. Let me stop over exaggerating. But they did this one 61 days ago, 71 days ago. So they pretty much, dump a lot, right? They dump a lot. That's partially why you're seeing the prices slowly grind down for years, right? Since 2024, it's been slowly grinding down. Since the end of 2024, that is. So it's been slowly grinding down. And then they said this today. So they posted this today, right? This says, charts crash. They always have. They always will. Shelters don't run on charts. They run on dogs and eating food today, tomorrow, and every day after, regardless of what the market decides to do. Baby Doge built its whole model around that fact, not around the chart. So that's what they said. And then this guy says, convincing pitch. Curious which shelters actually receive the funding. As you can see, like we broke it down like millions of dollars, like, over time, it's been millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Actually, not probably, 100%. It's over $10 million that they've extracted from it. Where has the money went? Right. Well, you do have a lot of these different things. Like I was out in the Philippines for 3 months, and they have a lot of stray dogs out there. Right. And they are out there feeding stray dogs, I guess. Here is the
So you
I mean,
ask
this
yourself,
does look like
are
okay,
you
yeah, it is AI. So, it is AI. Maybe I think these people talking might not be AI,
because a
or
female
might be, I don't
dog?
know. But that one on the bottom that looks like it. That one on the top looks normal. But yeah, so they've been feeding dogs out in Manila, Philippines. They said this is one of the reasons we're doing an event for August 15th, because some of the most painful problems don't start at the shelter. They start with a choice someone made or didn't make long before an animal ever ended up there. Baby Doge sat down with Paul's Philippines, which, okay, so it's not AI. So this is a real organization, Paul's Philippines, to talk through what it actually takes to end pet homelessness in the Philippines. The causes, the myths, and the one habit that changes everything. So yeah, those dogs are breeding out there. Let's just say that. Like there's dogs on every street corner, stray dogs. So they're out there actually helping out there. right? They're doing that. And then also in Brazil, I spent time in Brazil too. Not as many stray dogs out there, but there are stray dogs out there a lot. Out in Brazil, they said not a choice anymore, a legal obligation. Baby Doges in Brazil, and we're not going anywhere because with this new ruling, more dogs will find safety. STF makes it mandatory for city halls to shelter, treat, and protect abandoned dogs and cats or victims of mistreatment. So that's what's going on out in Brazil with Baby Doge. Now, I'm not doubting that Baby Doge is actually out there doing all this, and also they've burned. So they said burned this quarter. This is million, billion, trillion. So that's trillion. So 4.6 trillion Baby Doge was burned. They said 34% more than the last one. That just means 30% more than the last burn they did. So yeah. So that's how much Baby Doge has been burned right now. Well, recently this quarter, 4.6 trillion. It's not that much. It's under $4,000. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. But like I was mentioning over here about where the money is actually going, that's what this guy mentioned. And I will say this, right? They actually are helping out dogs. But the thing is, like, millions, tens of millions of dollars have been embezzled out of Baby Doge. Now, I know it sounds crazy when I say embezzled, right? So let me not say that because it makes them sound like criminals, right? But a bunch of money is being extracted here. And we don't necessarily see where it's being put to work at every day. So, right, like every other month, Baby Doge will make a post showing, hey, we're at this animal shelter or that one, or we're doing this or that for that animal shelter. Every other or every few months, right? But with the type of money they've been taking out, I feel like they should be showing every single week they're at a different place helping dogs every single week. They need to be showing that, right? Because we don't know if they're doing it or not every single week. We just know every few months, like every 3 months, they're doing it, right? Every few months, they're helping dogs. But it doesn't take millions of dollars to do that every few months. What it does take millions of dollars to do is to fly to country to country to country every single week. You're hitting this country, you're hitting that country, you're hitting this city, you're hitting that city. Every single week, multiple posts per week just showing we're getting this, we're getting that done and that. That takes millions of dollars. It doesn't take millions of dollars to do this every few months. And that's just what I've been analyzing from this for a long time, right? So it also takes time to build and develop a project, right? It takes time to maintain a project. It takes time to maintain charity events like this for dogs. It takes time to do all this. So this is a full-time job for them. So my theory here is that half of the money is going to helping out the dogs in their cause, and then the other half of the money is going into the team pockets. I don't know how much that half is, but the team is pocketing a lot of money, right? Now, granted, this is a full-time job for them. So, I'm still trying to play devil's advocate and then, help them out here and be like, well, from the perspective of this being a full-time job, they got to pay themselves. The average software engineering job or average, crypto-related job, they're paying like $100K a year. So hypothetically speaking, if they have several people on their team, they're all making 6 figures a year. They're taking out that money, they're putting it into their accounts. Like, that's kind of how I'm looking at it, right? They're all making a good amount of money, but they're also putting some money towards the dogs. But it doesn't defeat the fact that all that money has systematically been sold off to these centralized exchanges, and all that money has eventually waned down the demand of Baby Doge and has eventually dropped the price. And that's pretty much what we've seen, the systematic selling of Baby Doge. Like most of that money went into their pockets. So if you lost money on Baby Doge, you already know how you lost it, right? So everyone has been asking for me to make this video, so I made the video. So let me know what you guys think about this, because that's what I think about Baby Doge. This is all I got for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Check out the link in the description for Advantify. And as always, I'll be back with another video.